Mike's shop, and this is a really cool moment for me because like known Mike for a while now, and I've seen him build his business and become successful and get to this point. So it's cool to finally like share this. It's not the first video of the shop that's been shared on YouTube, and I'm stoked to share it. We'll talk more about it inside, like a full circle moment. But just even the outside, Mike's C10, Cummins swapped, manual, chilling outside, pre-runner parked out back, tons of cool stuff down the side. So yeah, it's a rad spot. We're gonna go inside now and check it out and see some of the cool cars Mike has and what he's up to and just how beautiful the shop is too. Like, such a nice, well-crafted and constructed shop, and I think it speaks perfectly to the type of work that Mike does, because that's how Mike operates with his cars, his welding, and I think the shop is just perfect for Mike. So let's go in and check it out.
You can go anywhere you want with it. It's all up to you how much you put in the foot. The fatter and the wideness of the arc is all dependent on your height away from it, right? Okay. So the more heat you add, the wider the arc spread's gonna be. This is heating up the material, and you want to just do a filler, like a no filler run of just heating up the material and try and do like 5 or 6 consistent dimes. The whole point of doing the whipping with the MIG is you're adding more material into the puddle to make a more consistent bead. Yeah, you want a consistent bead. Yeah. So I just like pulsed a couple little there, and then you take the heat away, and then it's like, oh, sick purple. Like the lens is all the gas coverage. The amount of heat I was putting in is how wide the spread's gonna be. Yeah. And then now I can just do one with, like you saw how I was pulsing in and out. Yeah. So then that's slowing down the, you know, cooling down that puddle for a second, and then I'm starting again. So that's what got the ripple.
It's like he has no idle air control valve. He's just working it.
If you want it to be pure silver, and I feel that I've gone too hot, I just double tap. So I do that a lot on like really thick shit, or something that's at like a weird angle and I don't feel I got the best gas coverage.
When you say double tap,
you'll see. So watch, you see it's counting. It should be counting down there, but it wasn't. I just go like that quick. And now it initiates another pulse flow. Okay. And now this one will be pure silver after.
The competition is that we heard what he showed us. Now we screw around, and then once we both screw around, he's gonna give us a test piece, and then we're gonna see who does it better. So he didn't show us at any moment what to weld or how to weld it. We just gotta see if we can maybe bring a smile to his face. His biggest smile doesn't have to do the 43 push-ups, I think I said. All I'm saying is when I do 45 push-ups, it doesn't look attractive by any means. But when Liam does 45 push-ups, people are like, all win. Wow, I should work out. Do you think that you could do a good weld if you follow the manual?
Not a fucking chance.
Because like what? Where's the massive exhaust? You know, like, there's no way.
This is a general guide.
Life is about having someone like Mike be like, do these 3 things, and you just jump in the deep end and learn how to swim, dude.
Which is why I'll never weld as good as him, because I read the fucking manual. I should have thrown the manual away and just tried it. I read the manual cover to cover more than 5 times.
43 man push-ups and then just put the torch around your neck.
I'm telling you right now, I have a feeling I'm going to be doing the push-ups. Because I never seen you read a manual.
No, you're...
Somebody's gonna be doing push-ups.
We're getting welding lessons from Mike. Man, already learned so much in like 10 minutes because Mike's a wizard, but we're just practicing with no filler rod, just kind of like getting the movement down, like the pedal pulsing down.
Frank's ready.
Frank's ready to go. So we're having a little competition between me and Frank, and the loser's gonna do 50 push-ups. 43 is what Frank says he's gonna do. Frank's fired up, dude. He's having the time of his life today. So yeah, these are our practice welds. Frank's gonna hit the welder right now, and we'll see who comes out on top. You care about all this, but you drink like a fish.
Hey man, you know what, man? It's you know what really brings it in? You just gotta try. I'm trying. Oh my god. Okay, please don't make me look like an idiot, because I know I'm an idiot. I just don't want it to look like I'm an idiot, because everyone that knows me already knows I'm an idiot. Man, did that even make any sense? I felt that Leo doesn't work out enough. So I figured that if anybody is gonna make him work out properly, it's gonna be me. I'm looking out for Leo, but he's not gonna realize how I'm looking out for Liam for another 7 years. I challenge you to a duel.
I love it. All right, so up next for the welding lessons, Olivia.
I'll do my best.
Frank's ready for the comp.
Frank's ready for comp.
I think that was good. Is that good?
That's really good, dude.
So,
I'm putting my beer down.
all filler. Nothing else matters. Filler rod. You gotta use filler rod.
Yeah, no, I figured we would wait. Hold on a second.
Chilling out, doing the best beat you can.
Okay.
Frank did good. I mean,
For the record, you deserve it.
how many you can do in a row? I'm gonna join you though, because I don't leave one behind.
And what this is finding a solution to what we do is
Frank, what are you doing? You're like doing the worm bud. I don't even know what you're doing anymore.
it just keeps going and then it drops off with a cap right.
You were like leading with your ass.
I hit my head on the ground. Hold on a second. Oh God.
And then it goes from here all the way back to
I'm sorry, I let you down.
you know, think about this.
All right, so we're here kicking it with Mike in the shop. We just finished doing some welding lessons. My man Mike,
Not bad, dude.
showing me and Frankie how to step up our TIG welding game. But got the sim rig going.
Yeah, Frankie's just killing it, dude.
Frankie's learning how to drive LS E36.
Yeah, I do regular exhaust work, like GT custom exhaust is like my shop in Oshawa, and that's the regular exhaust work. This is my home shop where it's glorified storage and still like set up to like be able to make anything I want, just turn an imagination into reality. Got a bunch of my cars here, got my M3, which is everybody's seen before, I think, probably maybe. Mark 2, which I've had for like 3 years now. Drifting that a lot this year, wrecking that car. 240, which I acquired. That's just how all this happens, is I just get stuff and I buy stuff and I sell stuff and cool wheels, buy wheels, sell wheels. I just
Just wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing. That's how it always has been. It's never been just like my job. Like it's always just the extra hours, just doing random side jobs on top of my regular job.
Yeah.
You know, once you finish your 9 to 5, you got to go home and
this is
do
what
other
you love
stuff
to do. So it's a
now I
constant.
come home and do it, whereas before I just stay at the shop till 2 a.m. every single night, like working on.
So let's touch on that a little bit. Like GT Custom, you own and operate it, but you started as an employee, right?
Yeah, like way back when I was in high school, like Centennial College for trucking. I was a trucking coach. I probably still am trucking coach, technician, apprentice. Like that's what I went to Centennial College for.
Yeah.
And I was working on trucks in college, and I was like, yeah, everyone's miserable doing this. So,
Yeah.
like, you make good money doing it, but it's like the constant theme is like everyone's waking up 5, 6 in the morning, commuting an hour and a half on the shittiest highways in Toronto to get to these places because they're all off of highways, like all the major truck shops. And yeah, everyone was miserable. And I was working part-time at the Pickering GT exhaust. I just come in at like 3, 4 o'clock as soon as I get off the highway, bring my buddy Matt coffee, hang out, do that. And then after college, I was like, lived with my parents still, so I was fortunate enough to be able to, you know, my parents have always believed in, you know, whatever I want to do, like go that path. I was like, I don't want to work on, after working on, dude, the books are there too. You should get a scope of them, like heavy duty technician books. Forgot about those. Those are expensive books, man.
Stacked on the shelf.
College books ain't cheap. Still got them.
Read the manual.
Read the manual, Brandy. Yeah, so after working on trucks, I really didn't like it. And while working that job at the same time, I liked it more. I made way less money, but I liked going to the work more.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the job more, and I learned more stuff at that job than I felt I learned in school. I learned a lot in school, like my knowledge on electrical wiring and stuff to be able to do the engine swaps and stuff that I do
You pick
now.
And choose things that were useful.
Yeah,
and
like
apply
no,
those.
it like unanimously made me a better. I'm not a mechanic, but like made me a better technologically applicable person, I guess, in all different aspects. Learning all the air brakes, hydraulics, air brakes, electrical schematics, pinouts, diagrams, how to read the like. There's a lot of good stuff from school, so it's definitely not a waste of time in any sense. So learn a lot of knowledge from that later on applied to getting a 240 that had an SR swapped in it, and then working at Pickering, and that
you
was
had
my
like a
only
good
car.
base to build.
Yeah, like off
there.
of. That was my only car. I had a white S13 hatch with an SR swapped in. That was my car at the time.
Yeah, and you need to know what you're doing to make one of those work.
Broke all the time. Like broke all the time. Like I cannot count how many times my ex-girlfriend had to drive me to work.
Yeah,
like, it was like a constant
another
thing.
phone call.
Like 240, like CA membership and stuff. Like, getting towed back to the shop. Dead clutch cylinder, dead clutch slave, like
it's never ending.
Never ending punishment. But but I kept pushing
through it. Jump in the
blue,
deep end, learn to swim.
Go to CS, do my first track day CSCS. Okay, you go blow my motor first lap out. It's like, okay.
Welcome to drifting.
No, this is time attacking too. This is like when I first got into cars.
Oh my god.
Like this is probably like 2014,
okay.
15 maybe. I'm bad with the numbers, bad with the time numbers. But yeah, this is when I first got into cars. Like Jetta TDI, sold my reliable car that my dad told me not to sell, bought a 240 SX with a swapped motor.
As you do.
Yeah. Grenades,
crack
sell,
the knuckles
pull
and get to
motor
work.
out, buy like a spare motor, and like I'm staying in Pickering after hours, pulling
and you're
these motors
still
apart.
an employee at the Pickering shop at this point.
Making $400 a week.
So when did you transition to the Oshawa shop? Like when did that become a full-time thing?
This is kind of part of that. Like, so staying all the after work hours there, working on my 240.
Yeah.
Buddy Matt helping me, and then pretty much now getting more able with my mechanical skill, now becoming like an actual functional person of the shop instead of an employee of the shop.
Like
someone that
contributing member.
Like he didn't need to be there. So then Oshawa, we're like a business partnership. So we had a location in Oshawa that was rented out for Speedy Auto Glass. The contract terminated, so they were like, "Hey, you want to open up a shop out here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a shot." So I went out to Oshawa and started Oshawa GT Custom Exhaust Oshawa, because there's GT Custom Exhaust Pickering, which is still there, and I just went out to Oshawa. So same service, same thing, but like no clients out there.
As soon as you started that was your business basically, to build 100%. That business, build that clientele.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make $0.
Yeah. It's even you can kill.
You have to buy a hoist, buy all the equipment, buy all the mufflers, buy all the welding equipment, buy all this stuff.
100% your business.
100%. And then that was like the first push come to shove.
And so roughly when was that, like timeline wise?
That was 2014.
2014. So we're on 10 years now.
The SR
coming
was
on.
in like 2012.
Yeah.
2013. Yeah.
So we're coming on 10 years now.
Yeah.
Of you being like fully self-employed, running your own shop.
First year at the shop, had
Yeah.
my 240 there, got it all freshed up. First year of business, super slow. Like nothing's happening.
Working on your
I'm
own
going out,
stuff.
handing out cars. I started
Yeah.
doing rust proofing.
Yeah.
So that's what I
Just
if
to
you've
pay
been there,
bills,
there's
keep
like
lights
a tempo
on.
in the back.
Yeah.
And that's where I did rust proofing. Like when I first opened up, just to fill the void spots.
Yeah.
And then I'd be working on my 240 and then just saving up some money. Refreshed my 240, bought new bumpers, painted it, bought some cool wheels.
Yeah.
Got written off like second month into the summer. And I was like, hey, fuck cars. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
going to spend all my money on this thing and it's just going to get written off. And
Yeah.
then I took a step back from cars for like a year and a half.
Reevaluated.
Concentrated just all the money into the business.
Yeah.
That's when I bought my TIG welder and a bunch of other stuff. Started taking
Investing in
on more
yourself,
longer
investing in the
scale
business.
term jobs. Because like the exhaust jobs are hourly,
Yep.
2-hour jobs, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I started taking on like intercooler setups and stuff like that. Right? 'Cause I
Diversifying
bought
a bit.
TIG welder.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what started it all then. Like filling that downtime with bullshit jobs and then like, oh, I never want to do that job again.
Yeah. And so
Bash
it's just-
bar for $400? Yeah, I'm not doing that again.
But the problem is drifting kids are always broke, right?
Yeah,
so it's
that
like,
was my main clientele. Was like all my friends who were into drifting.
Yeah.
It's like I loved making the stuff, but like it wasn't profitable. Like
Yeah.
Zai and I talk about this a lot. It's like the same time where he was doing roll cages for like
you do what you got to
$2,500
do to
and
pay
stuff.
the
It's
bills at first, and
like,
then
it wasn't even paying the bills. You were just enveloping 100 hours into something, and it like wasn't being rotational. And then other business picks up, so then you put more of your energy into the other business, and then I took on less longer scale, bigger jobs.
Yeah.
But that's always been like my main thing. It's just the Oshawa shop. That's
Yeah.
like always been my bread and butter. But now it's 10 years now.
and so
we're going on
that's 10
2024.
years. How long ago did you build this shop?
This shop I bought my house in like just after the COVID thing happened. It's
Yeah.
like when I got my house, and then I built this with all the shortage of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting time to build a shop.
But I'm someone who, if I want something, I get it. Like,
Absolutely.
That's all it is. So it's like I understood that everything costs more. My trusses were fucking like $25,000.
Yeah.
But like it's just all.
The timing was
Like-
right, and that's when you were doing it.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like building a car and anything else like that is how I treated building this. And I've always had shitty cars and driven my trucks and like
Yeah.
always just had beater cars. I've never financed, like that's just how I was raised.
Yeah.
If you can't afford something, you don't do it.
100%.
You got to be able to buy it twice.
Yep.
So I never had a finance vehicle or anything like that. My dad's always, even like me getting a V8, like me getting into drifting and getting a truck and a trailer, like that's not my dad. So
Yeah.
my dad's like,
Yeah.
I don't need a V8, 4-wheel drive. That's more stuff to bring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like whereas
100%.
I'm just like, no, I need like a Cummins with a stat. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a 2004 Ram 1500 that's been swapped with a 12 valve. It's
Oh
like
my God.
buying stupid shit all the time and just getting myself in situations and just like
Learning how to get out of them.
learning how to get out. That's how the 240 got me into it.
Yeah.
That's what the business got me into it. So
And we're
it's
kind of full circle here because you got another S13 now.
Yeah.
The first car, and then you got
no risk,
another
no
one.
reward.
So let's do a quick tour of the shop and just like show us some of the features that you like about the shop, like elements about it and stuff. We'll start at the front. Okay, so I'm just gonna pan over here. Let's just appreciate 1JM3 Chaser. Well, actually Mark II technically. S13. So JZ SR. Yeah. Okay. SR.
Wow.
Sick.
Yeah, if you're into that.
So this is what the shop's looking like. What's the dimensions?
It's like 54 by 30.
Okay. Yeah, just touch on some of the things that, like, because I know that you built the shop very intentionally. Like, there's a lot of elements and design elements that you put into it. Like you said, you apply a similar approach to your work. Everything's intentional and thought out. I know
Yeah,
you
I
did the
tried
same
to.
thing here with the shop. So let's talk about a few things that you like about it.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that I thought of beforehand, so definitely added in some drains for like wintertime bringing cars in, snow melting down. So my buddy Wayne pretty much, he does construction for a living, has done it for 10, 15 years, so I put him in charge. He made this all rotational, and we just made sure that I was included in kind of like all of the decisions.
Yeah.
There's outlets everywhere, like at every 10 feet. There's a stack of 4 outlets, and all of them have like pine trims with black faces on them, which turned out super nice. The windows we just got white. It was whatever.
Yeah.
Just black on those because like same with these. you know?
Yeah.
Like, unless like, I touch these all the
100%.
time. So it's like, it's just one of those things that I thought I couldn't get that in black. I was going to paint it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing. Added in water lines, sink. The electrical's been super well thought out. 200 amp panel with a ton of accessories, and it already has like, there's 240 plug. Then there's 3 240 plugs, another 3 240 plugs. You'll see another spare 240 plug over
Yeah,
there.
you just see them all
Another
stacked up.
stack of outlets here, outlets up there, built up at the top because I knew I was
the
gonna
garage
have,
doors, yeah.
'cause I knew I was gonna have them up there.
So you could literally work or do a job at any location in the shop, basically.
With like minimal extension cords,
Yeah.
and I pull the trailer. I can pull the trailer in here.
Yeah.
Winter time, like the doors are 10 by 10, so it's like being closed. I should have gone bigger.
Yeah.
I wish I went bigger. But you're always living, you learn.
Yeah.
So that back door, like I put a little back door in to bring ATVs and dirt bikes and stuff in the back.
Mike's, yeah, he's
super
talking
easy
about this
for my
back
shed.
door.
But yeah, just trying to plan ahead for most things. Yeah, I just wanted it to be sick.
Yeah.
And this is all.
It's certainly
just like a
mission
house.
accomplished.
Just like a house. It's not something that I could have bought outright.
Yep.
I've never financed anything in my life, but the only thing I am going to finance is something that will hopefully make me money in the future.
Absolutely.
So I invested in the house, and then on the house, I got it for a cheaper price than I was intending to spend, because when I was looking, I'm like, I want a place with a fucking, just like any car head is like, I need a place with a shop.
Yep.
Could not, for the life of me, find a house.
And it's so hard
in
to
my
find a
budget
shop
with my shop.
that accommodates your needs too, right? There's always
None
gonna be
of
stuff
them
that
do.
you're changing. It's
Ones
like a
where it
car.
didn't
You,
have heat in them,
Yeah,
or
you-
like we're not insulated.
Exactly.
And it's like, this place uses minimally, I put propane in it, which is like a radiant tube heater, and it's like, you feel like we're chilling in here, and it's,
it's
cold outside. We're in the negative Celsius. Like, it's not, it's so well insulated, it stays hot, and then in the summertime it's cold in here because we went with the top grade, like R15, R14. I'm a tube guy. Ask me tube specs.
Tube
Got you. Construction materials, not my forte. But same thing when it comes to cars and like how I do fabrication and how I'm like teaching with TIG welding. It's like, you need to slow down, relax. Nothing's gonna happen like overnight, and it's like optioning out all this stuff. It's my whole house is board and batten with wood interior. So if I'm building this place to be something rotational in the future, it's like, yes, I could have just poured the pad and put a steel shop on it and like spray foamed it, and like, yes, it would have just been a shop, but that's not what I wanted. The house doesn't have a garage. I wanted to build something that when someone's looking at the house, like, this is the selling feature of the house. Like 110%. And some gearhead guy would buy it and be like, I'll knock down the house because it has the garage that I want. Whatever.
Exactly.
So that's why I went with all the wood trim on the inside for that cost difference between the plastic.
And you're gonna spend a
metal
lot of time in
siding.
here, so you wanna
I
enjoy
spend
yourself,
all my time.
right?
I spend all my time in here.
This is your house.
Like, I love being inside my house.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I come and I like think and I modify and I just hang out with all my stuff. It makes me think and plan. So it's just organized chaos. It's dirty right now. I'm working on buddy's car.
There's definitely something to be said about like having a space like this, and like doing work in a space like this is almost just like an extra sense of motivation, encouragement, because you're sitting in an environment that's like you want to be at. You like being here.
I spent years
enjoy your time here.
being in Oshawa till 2 in the morning, which I like it was a very constant. I'd stay there all hours of the night. It'd be this time of year. I'd pull my car outside in the back. I'd wash it. I'm outside washing. Now I'm like, cool. I can like sit back. I can wash my car. I can like wash my car inside, squeegee it into
You
the
appreciate
drain.
all those little
sick.
things.
I definitely like. I guess I can definitely be an asshole still, but I try to be as appreciative of like where I am and like what I do for sure.
And like
I wouldn't be where I am without the opportunities that people have given to me. But then I'm also appreciative of the fact that I wouldn't have had those opportunities if I didn't take the risk to get them. So it's like it's always like a
yin
fine
and yang.
balance.
It's a balance. You got to put yourself out there in order to get the opportunities.
So I do understand. I don't even want to say it. You might even have to cut this part out. I feel like I deserve it, but it's like that's only
you do deserve it, man.
I respect how it came, and now I can understand. Okay, I want more, and now I apply the same thing going
appreciate
forward.
what you
now.
have more already, and then also helps you understand what to get what you want next, whatever that is.
That's exactly what I'm trying to
needs
say.
to be done. Another cool side note, and to your point, you 100% do deserve it, because like Liv and I, before she first met Mike, I was like, just explain, like, I always explain, Liv's my girlfriend. Obviously, you guys saw that on the camera, but just like explain to people like how I know them and whatever. A full circle moment for me and Mike is that my first drift event ever, my cousin Curtis, who knew both of us.
Had a sick Volvo.
Yeah, Volvo dude. Basically, I was like, yo, I want to go out in a drift car for a ride along. And Mike was the first dude to offer, and he took me out in a red coupe E46, which was like pretty stock at that time.
325.
And Mike just threw me in there and took me out for a lap, and like I had a blast, and I was like already hooked at that point, and that was my first drifting ride along ever. So it's full circle in a crazy sense because me and Mike are still boys today. I have an E46 today. Mike still has a few of them, or I guess now yeah, actually you do still have a few E46s.
2 M3s.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
which again
cool.
Sounds like so flossy, but it's like they're not nice.
Wow.
Like they're not nice M3s.
They're nice. They're nice in the world that we live in. That's for sure.
20 feet.
Like
20 footers for sure.
So it's kind of like a cool full circle moment, and like you absolutely do deserve this place. I was telling Liv when we came up, I was like, man, there's certain people in my life that I'm like friends with, and I want to see all my homies succeed, but there's certain people when you just see them like level up to that next level, you're just stoked for them.
Yeah, dude.
And when you got this shop, that's how I felt. That's how I felt when you got this shop. I was like, Mike deserves this place because I don't know anybody that busts their ass harder than he does, and like is just genuine about his work. So.
I appreciate that.
This place
that's the
exact
same thing I say to you, and like your new avenue of what you're doing for business, and it's like you look at stuff on the outside, it's like yeah, I deserve, like you're saying I deserve this, but then I'm also like looking at it as I'm like this is this is I still have to constantly grind. Like this place cost me over $2,000. Just this place costs me over $2,000 a month, so I need to make sure that I'm going the extra mile now on top of my shop down there, on top of my house. I'm just biting off another chunk. So that's all it is for anybody.
It's the classic saying.
Anyone can achieve it. You just have to be willing to bite off more stuff that you don't think
money,
you can
more
achieve.
problems, more responsibilities, but you play your cards right and you enjoy those things, right? So.
I enjoy that. You learn to enjoy the stress from it. So
exactly.
it's like
the stress never leaves.
No, I like it.
Exactly.
Like
well,
I feed off
of it. Exactly.
So it's just another. It's like it is something I feel. I also, again, I can talk forever, but it's like it's deserving in one aspect when you look at it. The way I constantly look at it is, and like this is just another bite that I got to take if I want to go to that next level again. And it's like that was something that every gearhead is like, I need, and you've done the same thing. So it's like I did, working at my dad's house in the garage, just stealing his tools, not putting them back. And then you go to working in Oshawa, buying tools, buying a toolbox, buying an engine chair. I know that we don't have a cherry pit. I need to get the engine out of this. No one has it. Okay, me and my buddy are going to split one. It's like everybody starts there. I started there washing cars outside, wrenching on cars in parking lot, pulling out transmissions in parking lot, pulling out engines in parking lots.
You earn your keep, man.
Going to scrap yards, pulling diffs. We've all been at those points, and like same with you. You're at that point now, whereas in
it's auto start. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah,
I was like, did your E46 just shut up? We should go look at that, dude. Like you're at that same point, like you have your shop with your buddies, and like now you have bigger goals, and it's gonna go to the exact same thing. You're gonna now keep okay. It's not like you just like one day it's gonna be Liam in his sick shop with all the shit, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, it must be nice, dude." It's like, well, yeah, it must be fucking nice. But you can do it too. Anybody can do it. You just have to like be willing to push yourself that little bit more.
It's like growth mindset mentality, right? It's just like, okay, you do something, but you're always looking for ways to improve it and just never settling. And
I've been doing it for 10 years now.
5 steps ahead.
And that's why this is here now. So it's like that. I realized it when I was 18 real quick. It's like, okay.
This is how this works.
I need to do more than a regular job if I want more than regular job things.
Yeah.
So same thing with you. You're just like, okay, this works good, but I want more than that. There's nothing wrong with wanting more.
Nope. And, we all owe it to ourselves. So this is the man that did some good welding tonight.
Oh, I welded shit out of it.
Today was a sick day. I'm glad I got to show everybody Mike's shop. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, dude.
Rip some
more
sim.
snow next time. More sleds.
Do some
get
sled stuff.
Out. Yeah, get the old ET going.
The ET.
Put a little snort in there.
Maybe the pre-runner.
Yeah,
yeah. Next thing. Yeah. Thanks for having us, dude.
Yeah, dude.